Starting in child's pose, let's take a few breaths here in child's pose to start the class, arriving on our mat, leaving our weekend behind. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. One more time, deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Now breathing in and out only through your nose. Deep inhales through your nose. Long exhales also through your nose. Keeping that internal body heat as you go through the practice. So breathing in yoga is typically a controlled breathing. So it's not that you have to keep the pace of the breath the same throughout, but you're controlling your inhales and exhales. And as you do that, you'll notice that you can also control your heart rate. Take about 3 more deep inhales and exhales here. And then on your next inhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right. Maybe your hands come off the mat, reach your left hand diagonally across, maybe plant it on top of your right hand. Breathe into the left side of the body. Taking a side stretch here in child's pose. And then walk your hands all the way over to the left. Reaching your right hand diagonally across. Sit your hips back onto your heels and maybe plant your right hand on top of your left hand to deepen the side stretch on your right. Slowly walk your hands all the way back to the center. And then walk your hands to your knees. Sit up tall, sitting back onto your heels. Drop your shoulders down. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, palms come to heart center. One more time like that. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Starting class with 1 Om. Exhale all the air out. Take a deep inhale for the Om. Open your eyes if you have them closed. Setting an intention for your practice, it is maybe just to be mindful of your controlled breathing throughout the class, or maybe mindful of a particular part of body that you want to send your attention to today. Slowly roll forward, coming onto all fours. Place your knees right underneath your hips. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. We'll take a few cat-cows to warm up the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, lifting your tail, squeezing your shoulder blades behind you as you gaze up. Exhale, push the mat away as you round your back, separate your shoulder blades, tucking in your chin, belly button to spine. Inhale, happy cow, heart up, gaze up, lift your tail up, arching your back. Exhale, angry cat. Push the mat away as you round your back. Maybe you shift your weight forward a little bit as you gaze at your belly button, tucking your tail in. 3 more rounds like this. Moving with your own breath, feel the undulation in your spine and maybe pause in places where you feel especially tight. And then when you're done with your third round, come to a neutral spine. Let's do some thoracic spinal rotations with a shoulder stretch. On your next inhale, sweep your right hand up, follow the thumb with your gaze. Exhale, thread the right hand underneath your left armpit, land on your right shoulder, right ear, and then stay here or maybe reach your left hand forward. Breathe into your twist. Breathe into the stretch that you feel in your shoulder and maybe in your upper back. If you have your left hand extended out, bring your left palm right underneath your face. Inhale, sweep your right hand up one more time, following the thumb with your gaze. Exhale, plant the right hand down. Let's go to the other side now. Inhale, sweep your left hand up, follow the thumb with your gaze. Exhale, sweep that left arm right underneath your right armpit. Land on your left shoulder and left ear. And just stay here, breathe into your twist, maybe using the right hand to twist a little bit deeper, pressing it into the mat. Or maybe reach your right hand forward. Breathe into your, notice where you're feeling it. I feel it in my upper back today as well. Bringing your right hand back in front of your face if you have it in front. Inhale, sweep your left hand up one more time. Exhale, plant your left hand down. Let's do some core stabilization now with bear pose, or I think it's also called a beast pose. So what you want to do is plant your wrist right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips, tuck your toes in, press the mat away, suck in your belly button and lift your knees 2 inches off the mat. Keep pressing the mat away, keep your neck neutral by gazing maybe a few inches in front of your fingertips. Breathe here, stay here, squeeze in your belly button to the spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shake it out, maybe wiggle your hips out a little bit. We're going to do 2 more rounds like this. Again, pressing your palms down into the mat, tuck your toes in, suck in your belly button, lift your knees 2 inches off the mat, hold it here, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. One more time. Relax your belly, soften your belly and wiggle your hips out. Last time, corseting those ribs, sucking in your belly button, strong core, lift those knees 2 inches off the mat, gaze slightly in front of you for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now you're going to leave your hips right on top of your knees for puppy pose. You're going to just walk your hands forward to the front of the mat. Walk, walk, walk as much as you can. And then allow your chest to relax to the mat. Allow your forehead or your chin to come to the mat. And if it doesn't reach, use that block again like you did in child's pose. So in puppy pose, you're opening up your chest, Anahatasana, chest opening, heart opening pose. And you're also opening up the space around your armpits. Stay here, breathe. Breathe into the space around your heart. Breathe into the space around your armpits. Last breath here. And slowly wriggle forward and come all the way onto your bellies. Wiggle your hips out one more time. Going to take some variation of a Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. So plant one palm on top of the other. Plant your forehead on top of your palms. And then on your next inhale, lift your chest up, lift those arms up. Take a deep breath, one more breath here. Exhale, lower down. Pressing the tops of the feet down into the mat now. We're going to do that 5 times, inhaling and exhaling. Lifting our arms up and lifting our chest up, peeling our chest up off the mat. If this is tough, you can always plant your hands right underneath your shoulders and just use those hands to push yourself up. Let's go for 5 of these here. Inhale, peel your heart up, squeezing your arms up as well. Exhale, take it down. Second time, inhale, peel it up. Exhale, down. Strengthening your back muscles here. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Hold it at the top for a second. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last time here, we're going to stay for 5. Inhale, up, stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, down. Wiggle your hips out. Second time around, this time we're going to do just one arm at a time, pressing the opposite palm down into the mat. We're going to lift just one side of our body up and take it down. Feeling the stretch in our lats this time a little bit in addition to our lower back. 5 times on each side, starting by pressing the left hand to the mat, right fingers underneath your forehead. On your next inhale, peel to the right, peel your chest to the right, twisting to the right. Exhale, down. Inhale, peel up, twist to the right. Exhale, down. 3 more like that. Inhale, up. Notice where you feel the stretch. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, peel up to the right. Exhale, down. Last time here. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Wiggle your hips out one more time. I'm going to go for the other side. So plant your right hand on the mat. Left fingertips underneath your forehead. You're going to peel and twist to the left this time. Inhale, peel, twist to the left. Exhale, down. Inhale, up and to the left. Exhale, down. 3 more like that. Inhale, peel and lift up to the left. Exhale, down. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last time here. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Wiggle your hips out one more time. Hands come right underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up. Send your hips back, child's pose. Taking your knees together. Rest your arms by your side, palms face up. So going more for a traditional child's pose rather than the wide-legged child's pose that we started with the class with today. Notice how good this feels in your low back. Notice how good this feels in your shoulders if you have your arms by your side. Take a few calming breaths here. And slowly come up. Coming up onto your knees, step your right leg forward for Anjaneyasana. So bring your fingertips down first. You can use some padding for your knees. So sometimes I just open up a blanket in the middle of my mat. I'm going to stay here for both hamstring and hip flexor stretch. So if you want, you can spread your a blanket in the middle of the mat, stepping your right foot forward. Bring your fingertips on either side of the foot, or you can use blocks as well. Having blocks is kind of good, kind of gives you a lift so you can open your chest more. So back knee rests on the mat, uncurl your back toes, and lean forward, opening your chest up so that you can really feel that stretch in your left hip flexor. So peel your heart forward, gaze up, imagine the straight line from the crown of your head all the way down to your knee pit here. Breathe. Runner's lunge. Now leaving your left hand down on the mat or on the block or book if you have it. Reach your right hand up, turn your gaze up to your right thumb, opening your heart to the right. Breathe. Plant your right hand back down. Now send your hips back, straightening your right leg. You want to dig, kind of push that right heel forward, dig that heel into the mat, and imagine drawing a line in the sand towards your face. So isometrically drawing that heel towards your face to protect your knee and getting a good hamstring stretch here. Again, you can bring those blocks with you to plant your hands on the blocks or fingertips on the mat. Inhale, peel your heart forward, Ardha Hanuman half splits. Exhale, fold over that front leg, breathe into your right hamstring. Keep digging the heel into the mat, keep flexing the toes back to your face. Just 2 more breaths here. And slowly come up, plant that foot back down and rise up for Anjaneyasana. So reaching your hands up, we want to come up straight first, come up tall so that we are perpendicular to the mat. Tuck your tail in slightly, suck in your belly button, and then move your hips forward and down so that you're not compromising your low back here. And when you move your hips forward and down, notice the left hip flexor, the stretch in the left hip flexor again. Now you can either stay with palms on top of your knee, right knee, peeling the flesh away from your thigh towards your knee, or you can take your arms up, biceps by your ears, no ballet arms. Breathe. Two more breaths here in Anjaneyasana. One more inhale, reach your fingertips up if you have your arms up. Exhale, plant your fingertips down to the mat. Take your right knee back and bring your left foot forward for runner's lunge on the left. Again, blocks underneath hands is okay if you want them. You want to make sure that you have that straight line from the crown of your head to your knee pit. So reach your heart forward as you turn your gaze towards the front. Instead of looking down, you want to look forward and breathe into the right hip flexor this time. Plant your right hand down on the block or on the mat. Reach your left hand up. Gaze at your left thumb, open twist to the left. Bring your left fingertips back down. Shift your hips back for Ardha Hanuman half split. So you're going to straighten your front foot, front leg, dig the left heel into the mat, flex those toes, point them to your face, and you're going to imagine drawing a line in the sand towards your face. So isometrically drawing that heel towards your face to protect your knee. Breathe into your left hamstring. Blocks underneath your fingers is fine. Inhale, peel your heart open to the front. Exhale, fold over that leg, breathe into the hamstring. 5 deep breaths in half splits. Inhale, slowly come back up, plant that left foot back down for Anjaneyasana. So again, coming up tall first, tuck your tail in, suck in your belly button, and send those hips forward and down. So you're not splaying your back open, but moving with integrity, keeping your ribs corseted, your core tight. And you can stay here with your hands on your knees, moving the flesh away from your hip crease towards your knee. Or you can take your hands up, arms up, biceps by your ears, Anjaneyasana. Breathe again into that right hamstring. Sorry, right hip flexor. Breathe. 5 deep breaths here. 3 more. One more inhale, reach those fingertips up if you have your arms up. Exhale, plant those fingertips down. Send your left knee back, coming up for half camel or camel pose, full camel pose. So again, padding underneath your knees if you need it. Tuck your toes in to give you the additional 5 to 11 inches of height, depending on how tall how big your feet are. Take your hands behind your back. Your palms can face up or face down, your choice. Notice what's comfortable for you. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. You're going to keep pressing your hips forward as you initiate the movement just from your upper back to reach back. So keep pressing those hips forward. Inhale. Peel your heart up. Bend backwards from your upper back as you gaze up at the ceiling. Baby camel. Hold it here. Breathe, opening your throat here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Sit back on your heels. Tuck your chin in for counteracting that throat opening there. Breathe. 3 deep breaths. Two more rounds like that. Slowly come up, again tucking your toes in. This time, if you want, you can go to a full camel or stick with baby camel. Notice how you feel. You don't want to dump any weight in your low back. So sitting up on your heels tall, reaching the crown of the head up, hands at your low back, fingertips up or down. Squeeze your shoulder blades back, open your heart. Reach your upper back behind you as you keep pressing those hips forward. And a neat trick here is to maybe squeeze that block in if you have it, so that you're not compromising your low back. Keep pressing your hips forward as you reach back, gaze up, and maybe one hand reaches your heel, other hand reaches your heel. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades behind you, maybe turning your gaze behind to the back of the room. Stay here, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tuck your chin in, slowly come up. And remove the block if you have it. Sit back on your heels. Tuck your chin in. Take 3 deep breaths. Last round, baby camel or full camel. Squeeze that block in either way so that you can keep pressing those hips forward. So keep squeezing the block as you're up there. Hands behind your back, squeeze your shoulder blades behind you, peel your heart up. Inhale, lift up, bend backwards from your upper back, maybe reaching your heels, maybe dropping your toes down. Breathe here. Maybe turning your gaze to the back of the room. Keep squeezing the block and sending your hips forward for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come up, tucking your chin in. Release the block if you have it. Sit back on your heels. Tuck your chin in to counteract the throat opening there. And slowly come out. Step up to the front of your mat for a few standing poses. So coming up to the top of your mat, today we'll do a chair pose and we'll do eagle pose for our balance today. So for chair pose, typically the traditional way it's done is big toes touch, heels are slightly apart. You're going to squeeze your knees and thighs together as you send your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair. So send your hips back, sit back into your chair, reach your arms up, biceps by your ears, peel the heart open. As you keep sending your hips back, suck in your belly button. Hold it here. Keep squeezing your knees together. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly hinge at the hips and fold it forward now. Forward fold, allowing your head and neck to go. Maybe lifting your sit bones up. Sway here from side to side. Breathe. You're going to do chair pose to forward fold a few times like this, just to warm up our hamstrings. On your next inhale, one more time, chair pose, squeeze your knees together, squeeze your thighs together, lift your heart up, stay here, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more inhale, exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana, let your head and neck go, breathe. Last time here, chair pose, squeeze your knees together, squeeze your thighs together, open your heart up, send your hips back and down, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. One more inhale, reach those fingertips up, exhale, hinge at the hips, go deeper this time, fold forward. Bend your knees a lot and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. We're going to warm up our upper body now. So we're going to swing our arms forward, reach our heart up as our thumb stays behind us. On the exhale, we're going to swing our arms back and reach our arms back as our thumb stays back. Ready? Inhale, up, open your heart, fingertips, thumb faces behind you. Exhale, come into a chair pose, reach those arms behind you, thumb stays behind you again. Inhale, up, exhale, back. Inhale, up, 3 more like that. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, up, lubricating those shoulder joints. Last time, inhale, up, exhale, back. Slowly come up. We are ready for eagle pose. So sit down into your chair one more time. Arms out as a T. You're going to take your left leg over your right leg, using the left toes as a kickstand, or maybe wrapping it once or wrapping it twice. Right arm comes underneath your left arm. Again, wrapping it once or wrapping it twice. Reach your elbows forward. Lift the elbows up to the level of your shoulders. Hold it here. Breathe. 5 deep breaths. Using the using your right toes as a kickstand, or right foot wrapped around. Either way is okay. Release those arms and slowly release. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. One more time. Big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Sit down into your chair, squeezing your knees together. Take your arms out as a T this time. Left leg comes over your right leg. You can use the left toes as a kickstand, or you can wrap it once or twice around your other leg. Left arm under, right arm over, wrap it once or wrap it twice, or just grab a hold of opposite shoulders. Stay here, reach those elbows forward, lift those elbows to the level of your shoulders, breathe. Release your arms and release your leg. Shake it out. Let's come into Malasana slowly. So this time we're going to do a variation of Malasana. Usually we point our toes out, taking our feet as wide as the mat. So take your feet wider than your hips, but you're going to leave your toes pointing to the front. Reach your arms forward, send your hips back and down, kind of like the chair pose what we did, but with your feet wider. Keep sending your hips back and down. Keep reaching your arms forward, lifting your heart. Hold it here for 5. Strong core. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sit down a little bit lower. Stay here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Malasana. Elbows land inside your knees. Squeeze your knees wide open. Hold it here. Breathe. Palms come to heart center. So if this is not easy for you to do, you can always place a block underneath your sit bones, or alternately, you can roll up that blanket that you had and plant it underneath your heels, so that gives you some additional height. And eventually you can start reducing the height of the blanket. Breathe here. Just 2 more breaths. And come all the way down onto your bums for boat pose. Again, lots of options for boat. Do what's comfortable for you. Grabbing the backs of your thighs, plant your feet on the mat, roll your shoulder blades back and down, lift your heart up as if somebody has a string, pulling your heart up to the ceiling. And just stay here, keeping your core tight, keeping your back tight, low back tight, or maybe taking your legs up, or maybe releasing your hands, reaching for your feet. Breathe here in boat pose, Navasana, for 5, 4. Keep lifting your heart. 3, 2, 1, and release. Hug your knees into your chest. Forehead comes to your knees. Take a deep inhale and exhale it out. Round 2 of boat pose. This time you'll see you can do the same thing you did before, or see if you can challenge yourself and straighten those legs. You can keep holding on to the backs of your legs. Roll your shoulder blades back, lift your heart up, lift those legs up. Keep holding on to the backs of your legs as you try to straighten those legs. Hold it here, or maybe release those hands for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Hug your knees in, forehead to knees. Take a deep inhale and exhale it out. Last time here for boat pose, any variation that you want. Maybe just taking the regular boat, or both with your legs straight, both holding the backs of your legs, it doesn't matter. Stay here. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Grab the backs of your thighs and come all the way onto your backs. Bridge pose. So setting your feet up so that your knees are right above your ankles, which means that you can graze the backs of your heels with your longest finger. Feet are hip distance apart. On your next inhale, press your feet down, lift your hips up, shoot your tail forward. Imagine that straight line, knees, hips, shoulders. Stay here, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, last breath here. Take one more deep inhale as you press your hips up. Exhale as you lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Your tailbone comes down last. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a tight squeeze and rock from side to side. We're going to do 2 more rounds of bridge. This time, if you want, you can do a single-legged bridge or just do what we did before. So planting your feet down, setting up for bridge. On your next inhale, press your hips up. This time, if you want, bring your right knee into your chest. Keep pressing those hips up. Don't let those hips sag. Hold here for 5, 4, 3. Keep pressing those hips up. Keep squeezing the left glute. Last breath here. One more inhale. Exhale. Drop that right foot if you have it. And lower down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Bring your knees into your chest. Give them a tight squeeze. And rock from side to side. Round 3, bridge pose. If you did single-legged bridge on the right side, we'll go for the left side now, or just come to a regular bridge. On your next inhale, press your hips up. This time, if you did the right side, bring your left knee into your chest. Keep pressing those hips up. Don't let them sag. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep pressing those hips up. Last breath. One more inhale. Exhale, release that foot and lower down slowly. Knees fall wide, soles of the feet touch. Supine butterfly, staying here for a few breaths. Maybe bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Allow your knees to pull your hips open. And slowly come up. Hug your right knee into your chest as you extend the left leg out. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, forehead comes to your right knee, crunching it up. Inhale, head and shoulders, relax back down on the mat. Exhale, crunch it and press your low back into the mat as you bring your forehead to your knee. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. On the exhale, bring your left knee up, planting the left foot down. Right ankle plants on top of your left knee for thread the needle pose, supine pigeon. So reach through the keyhole as you bring your left knee in. You can either grab behind your thigh or grab around your shin. Keep that right foot active, pressing the right knee out. You can relax the left foot. Breathe here, breathe into the hips, the outside of your right hip. Drop your left foot down. Grab the back of your right leg and extend the right leg up for the hamstring stretch. Let's do a few point and flex. Point the right toes. Flex the foot, pressing the heel up. Point the toes up to the ceiling. Flex the foot, press the heel up to the ceiling. Point the foot. Flex the heel, pressing up to the ceiling, and stay here, maybe bringing the leg in a little bit closer to you. Breathe into your hamstring here. Release. Now take that right leg over your left leg, crossing it around like a lady sitting in a chair, and drop both knees to the left as you turn your gaze to the right for a supine twist. Slowly come back up. Let's go for the other side, extending the right leg out now on the mat. Hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, crunch it in, forehead to knee, press your low back to the mat. Inhale, head and shoulders come back down. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, head and shoulders come back down. On the exhale, bring your right knee up, planting the right foot on the mat. Left ankle comes on top of your right knee for thread the needle, supine pigeon stretch. So you're going to reach around through the keyhole and bring your right knee in, grabbing behind your thigh or around your shin. Keep that left foot active, which means that you're flexing that foot and pressing the left knee away from you to feel the deeper stretch in your left outer hip. Drop that right foot on the mat. Grab the back of your left thigh and extend that left leg up. For the hamstring stretch, let's point and flex a few times. So point the toes to the ceiling, reach the toes up. Flex that foot, reaching the heel up to the ceiling. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, and hold it here, maybe bringing the leg in a little bit closer. Breathe into your hamstring. Now cross that left leg over your right leg, like you're a lady sitting in a chair with crossed legs. Drop both knees to the right and turn your gaze to the left, opening your heart up to the ceiling for a supine twist. Slowly come back to the center and unravel those legs. Grab the backs of your thighs and rock up and down a few times. Tap the toes to the front, reach the toes behind you. Just massaging your entire spine. Before you come up to a seat with your legs extended out in front of you for seated forward fold Paschimottanasana. So here you can have that blanket underneath your sit bones just to elevate those hips a little bit, tilt the pelvis forward so that you can sit up taller. So extend those legs out, flex those feet so much so that you're extending the legs so much so that your heels are trying to lift up off the mat. You're going to reach your arms up, fingertips up to the sky, reaching the crown of the head up as well. Take a deep inhale here. On the exhale, sucking your belly button and fold, creating space. Inhale, reach up one more time, reaching those fingertips up. Exhale, fold forward, reach for your toes or your shin or your ankle. Inhale, one more time, reach up, extend the crown of the head up, sit up as tall as you can. Exhale, this time you're going to fold and hold here, grabbing a hold of your shin or your ankle or your feet. Reach the crown of the head towards your toes to elongate the spine. Breathe. Once you have a long spine, you can allow your forehead to release down to your knees. Breathe here, 3 deep breaths. Inhale and slowly come back, reaching your fingertips up again. Exhale and release. Now take your right foot forward, extending the right leg out. Again, flexing that foot so much so that it's as if you're standing on the wall in front of you. Take that sole of the left foot and plant it inside your right thigh. We'll take a twist first, a seated twist. So spin to the right, facing your belly button to your right knee. Left hand comes on outside your right thigh. Right fingertips behind you for a seated twist. Gaze over your right shoulder. So to keep sitting up tall, reaching that crown of the head up like we did in seated forward fold. Keep that leg active, your right leg active, flexing the foot forward. One more breath here in the seated twist. And slowly come back. Keep your belly button facing your right knee as we take Janushirasana, head to knee pose. So inhale, we're going to do it differently this time. So inhale, one more time, reaching the fingertips up. Imagine reaching the crown of the head up as well. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale, reach back up again. Exhale, fold it. Last time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold over that leg. Stay here this time. Reach the crown of the head forward, maybe grabbing a hold of your shin or your ankle or the outside of your foot. Keep your gaze at your toes or maybe forehead rounds to the knee. Breathe, 3 deep breaths. On your next inhale, reach your fingertips up again. Exhale and release. Now you're going to grab a hold of your right shin or your ankle or your foot with your right hand, either the outside of the foot or your shin or your ankle. Grab a hold of reach your left hand forward as well. Take a deep inhale here and exhale it out. On your next inhale, you're going to sweep your left hand behind you, up and behind you, opening your heart out to the left. Exhale, sweep that arm up and back down, folding forward over that front leg. Inhale, reach up and back, open to the left. Exhale, sweep up and back over your leg. Last time like this, opening your heart out to the left and sweeping it forward, back down. Slowly come up. Let's change sides. Going for the other side now, extending the left leg out. Remember to keep that foot active. Pressing the heel forward, flexing the toes back to your face. Sole of the right foot inside your left thigh. Let's take a twist first. So spinning our belly button towards our left knee. Right hand outside your left thigh, left fingertips behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder. Breathe into your twist. Slowly come back to the center. Belly button faces the left knee one more time, taking that seated for head to knee pose. So reaching your fingertips up, sitting up tall, reaching the crown of the head up as well. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. Exhale, fold. Last time, inhale, reach your fingertips up. This time we're going to hold here. Exhale, fold and hold the head to knee pose, grabbing a hold of your shin or your ankle or the outside of your foot. Reach the crown of the head forward, gazing at your toes if you want that length. Or once you have the length that you think you want, then you can fold over, bringing round over, bringing your forehead to your knee. Take a few deep breaths here. Breathe into your hamstring, keeping that left leg active. The more you press your heel forward, the deeper the stretch in your hamstring. That's why we keep that leg active. And you don't need to grab your foot. You can just grab a hold of your shin or your ankle or wherever you can reach without bending that knee. That's what you're going for, the hamstring stretch. There are different variations to the pose. You can do it any way that feels good on your body. Inhale one more time. Reach your fingertips up to the ceiling. Exhale, release. This time you're going to grab a hold of that left foot or your ankle or your shin. If you're holding the foot, then the outside of your, the big toe side of the foot. I'm going to hold it and then reach that right hand forward and hold that foot as well, or your shin or your ankle. And take a deep inhale here and exhale it out. On your next inhale, you're going to sweep the right arm up and behind you, opening up to the right, sweeping that arm behind you. Exhale, sweep that arm up and forward, bringing it back over your left leg, fold. Inhale, reach back, opening up to the right. Exhale, sweep forward, folding over that front leg. Last time, inhale, sweep up and back, opening your heart up to the right. Exhale, sweep up and forward, folding over that front leg. And slowly come up. Now you're going to take our feet as wide as the mat, just some hip, internal and external hip rotations here. So taking your feet as wide as the mat, a little bit wider than your hip, you're simply going to drop your knees from side to side. Internally and externally rotating those hips. Two more times like this. Get yourself some padding underneath your knees. This time you're going to hold it here, 90-90. So your right foot comes against your left thigh and both your legs are 90-degree angles. So right shin is parallel to the front edge of the mat. Left shin is parallel to the other edge of the mat. So perpendicular to each other. Sit up tall. First, take a deep inhale. This is a 90-90 pose, kind of like a variation to a pigeon pose. And sitting on a blanket here is also fine. Sit up tall, take a deep inhale, start hinging forward. Bring your fingertips out in front of you. One more time, inhale, reach the crown of the head forward, elongating your spine. Exhale, hinge a little bit more. Kind of going for that supine pigeon in this variation. Inhale, last time, lift your head, look up, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold over that front shin, maybe bringing your forearms one on top of the other, resting your forehead on your forearms. Breathe into those hips. Slowly come up. And let's change sides. This time your left shin comes out in front, parallel to the front edge of the mat. So 90-degree angle here. Right leg comes behind you. Again, 90-degree angle. So this is a 90-90. The right shin is parallel to the other edge of the mat. So the shins are parallel, perpendicular to each other. Fingertips by your side. Elongate your spine. Crown of the head up to the ceiling and start hinging forward. Fingertips come out to the in front of you. Inhale, elongate your spine, reaching the crown of the head forward. Exhale, walk your fingertips a little bit more. Last time, inhale, elongate your spine. Exhale, fold over your front shin, maybe forearms stack on top of each other, and your forehead comes on top of your forearm. Or maybe you bring a block out in front, or maybe stay up. Your choice. 5 deep breaths here. Variation of a pigeon pose here. Inhale, slowly come up. Swing that legs forward, extending those legs out, planting the feet down, grab the backs of your thighs, come all the way onto your backs for your final resting pose. Bring your knees in with you as you give them a tight squeeze. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, bring your forehead to your knees, crunch into a tight ball here. Take another deep inhale here and hold that breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Shavasana. Dropping your feet down, extend your legs out. Allow your ankles to flop open. Release your shoulder blades so that you're not hunching your shoulder blades. And tuck your chin in slightly so that the back of your head is resting on the mat. You don't have a weird arch in your neck. Allow yourself to relax completely. No more controlled breathing. You just let go of your breath. Let go of your body. Surrender it completely to gravity. And just float above yourself and observe how you feel. Close your eyes down, soften your belly, soften your breath, soften the space between your eyebrows. Staying here for a few last minutes of practice. Shavasana.